So what is normal? Usually there will be a mixture of thicker guard hairs and thinner secondary undercoat hairs, exception single-coated breeds, we know already that they exist. We should see all three layers, like medulla in the center, cortex, and then cuticle, right? But there are some exceptions. For example, not all guard hairs, not all undercoat secondary hairs will have medulla. Medulla can be absent in some places. For example, at the tip of the hair, you can see here, this is a secondary undercoat hair, and here is the medulla, and here is, we are moving towards the tip, and there is no medulla anymore. That's okay, right? And remember I said to you that medulla is filled apart from keratinocytes with air spaces. So this air under microscope looks like black holes. So actually here on the right, it's a white dog hair, guard hair, so large medulla, but this black thing is not melanin, it's actually air. And in some breeds, like Yorkshire Terrier, there is no medulla, just doesn't have any. So you have to know that it's normal. So sometimes air will be leaving this medulla, and then we will have these empty spaces. They look white under microscope. And it's normal if we have some hairs with air removed from the medulla, it's okay. For example, you can, if you use like forceps, when you pluck your hairs, you can traumatize the hair, and there will be no air anymore in the medulla, and you will have these white spaces. It's also, if you have a lot of hairs like that, with trauma, with air that left medulla, it also indicates that this animal is itchy, like licking or scratching itself. So if it's not white animal, there will be some pigment granules, some melanin granules inside the hair. So usually pigment is in medulla and cortex, and you can see here on the left, it's probably some reddish, brownish dog, and you can see different size melanin granules in the medulla. Here is the medulla, and in the cortex. Here also, in the medulla, we don't see melanin. Maybe there is some melanin, but it's just black because of the air. And in the cortex, we see some small, fine, reddish melanin granules and some bigger, dark brown or black melanin, right? So these pigment melanin granules should be evenly distributed, more or less, because in some colors, like diluted colors, here on the right picture, melanin will not be even, but anyway, it should stay inside the hair shaft and not be outside of the hair shaft, deforming hair. We will see some examples later, because in follicular dysplasia, this melanin may form some bigger clumps that lead to hair shaft deformation and easily broken hairs. and clinically it will be hypertrichosis and alopecia. So this one is a blue color hair, and it's normal that we see this melanin unevenly distributed, but still it's a nice hair shaft, no deformation, so it's normal. And diluted colors is like blue or silver, it's diluted black, or for example Isabella, it's diluted brown, or some fawn, it's diluted red, etc.